Hey everyone, it's MagicalMerry and I'm back again. I know this video is a little bit late, but if you haven't heard, since I live in Houston, there is a big hurricane right outside right now. Hurricane Harvey is hitting Houston and downtown basically looks like Atlantis. So kind of homebound, so I figured why not film a few videos. On a more positive note, and to continue on with today's video, I have been requested by quite a few people to do a cosplay related video. For those of you who don't know, I do cosplay. We'll just kind of jump right into the questions. If I'm looking down, I'm just reading the questions off of my phone. So question 1 is, what is your first cosplay and what got you started into cosplay? So my first cosplay was in high school senior year, so that would be either 2013, 2014. It was senior week or red ribbon week, one of the two, where you could dress up and come to school. One of the days was Disney Day. A bunch of my friends and I decided to dress up as Disney characters. We didn't even pick out who was going to dress as which Disney character, but we all showed up as different Disney characters. I had actually chosen Ariel. Everybody really enjoyed the costume. I was like, this actually is pretty cool. Since then I've been to several conventions and I've done a lot of different cosplays, but right there, that was the pivotal point that pushed me into this hobby that I now pursue. Question 2 is, how many cosplays have you completed? So in total, all the costumes that I've actually completed, it's around 15. Question 3, what are your cosplays for the year? My goal for the rest of the year is, I have started on Smug Wendy. Also, the other current project that I'm working on is I'm starting a mini-series. I'm going to be doing the Gotham City Sirens. So currently I'm working on Poison Ivy. The other costume that I would really like to work on, I would really like to complete the Magical Girl maid. So there is an artist that has drawn several of the Overwatch females as magical girls or magical girl type characters, and Maze is absolutely gorgeous. That is probably my biggest goal for this cosplay year. Question 4, what is your dream cosplay? Would be to do just an all-out Ariel costume with the tail and the seashell bra and being able to go on a beach or something and film a video or something like that. That would be the ultimate kind of goal. So question 5 is, what is your least favorite thing about cosplay? And there are no pinpoint least favorite things about cosplay. It's a very broad topic, and that is the negativity in the cosplay community. Unfortunately, looking from the outside, it looks like it's a bunch of people having fun and having a good time, and that's what it is really all about. But the cosplay community is kind of drawn to a very negative image as of late, especially if you're really involved in the cosplay community like I am. I don't go to a lot of conventions, but I'm in a lot of cosplay groups, and it really upsets me, all of the negativity that goes around. There is a lot of hate towards colored cosplayers. There's a lot of hate going around about just different body types, and that's not what cosplay is about. It's not. It drives me crazy that there are so many people that put out so much negativity into the community, because it's about having fun. It's about cosplaying a character. Literally, cosplay means costume play. It's about picking a character that you enjoy and love, and you want to dress up as them. It's like playing pretend, like when you were a child. It's putting on a costume and having fun. And to put that hate out into the community, that is my biggest pet peeve about cosplay. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. Focus on you. Are you having fun? That's what is most important. Question number 6 is, what are some tips for beginners? I still consider myself a beginner because I don't even know how to sew, but I'm still putting together cosplays. Most of how I put together cosplays are going to thrift stores, getting hand-me-downs, and building my own props. But a tip for beginners, it's a very expensive hobby. It really is, and you need to prepare yourself for that. Buying materials and buying full costumes, those things can be expensive, but they're still worth it. Whether a costume is bought or handmade doesn't matter. The biggest tip I have for you is to make your costume. As long as you're happy with it, don't worry about what anybody else has to say. As long as you are proud of your work, that's what's most important, and to have fun with your cosplay and your experience. Also, one more tip for beginners: hot glue is your best friend. Question 7 is, what inspires you to cosplay, or what inspires you to pick the characters that you cosplay? To focus on the second part of the question first, what inspires me to pick the characters that I do? So far I've done a lot of redheaded characters, and I've kind of stuck to that motif for quite a while, but I'm mostly drawn to characters that inspire me personally. Ariel's a very adventurous person, and I enjoy her adventurous nature, so that really drew me to Ariel, as well as her singing voice. Those reminded me of myself. Merida in the same kind of aspect, but with her courageousness and being brave. No pun intended. In different characters, like, I feel like May is a very cute, extroverted introvert. I feel kind of like me, so she's really great having fun amongst her friends, but she's okay with being by herself too. And some of them are just purely aesthetic inspirations, like the coffee house girl from Goofy Movie 2. But that's kind of what really inspires me to pick the characters that I do. But what inspires me to cosplay as a whole, I'm a very competitive person, and the person that I'm most competitive with is myself. I'm always on a quest to be better than I was before, and it can be a bit tiring, but that's part of my inspiration, is to constantly grow and learn and be better than I was before, because I'm already light years from where I started, and that was only 3 years ago. I can only imagine where I'm going to be 5 years from now. Question 8 is, have you worn a cosplay in a regular situation, like out and about, to a mall, to school? And yes, I have. That's actually where I started cosplaying, is at school. And then once I got a taste of that, I started wearing cosplays out in public, but more casual versions of them. Some people might call them Disney bounding, or bounding for short. That's what the Disney cosplay community will call them. But I'll go to a coffee shop, or the mall, or school. Question 9 is, how many wigs do you own, and where do you stash them? I have quite a few wigs now. It's an ever-growing collection, but I probably have 9 or 10 wigs in total. Usually when they're shipped to me, or when I purchase them, they come in a wig bag, and that's a good way to store them unless they're like pre-styled. Sometimes you'll want to keep them on a mannequin head. I do have a mannequin head. Her name's Susie. Usually if they're not super expensive, I'll keep them in their bag, and I have a little bin that I keep under my bed that houses all of my wigs. And question 10, what is your best cosplay memory? And this is a little bit sappy, but I became friends with a couple of girls, and they invited me to a cosplay convention about 3 years ago now. One of them ended up falling through, and so the other girl and I, we went ahead and we decided to continue going to the convention. And we found out that we have so much in common. This girl is actually my best friend, Sky. I had dressed up as Steampunk Ariel. She had dressed up as Steampunk Ursula. And that was the moment when I knew that she would be my best friend. So, a little bit sappy. I know, it's ridiculous. But that's all of the 10 questions for my cosplay Q&A today. If you have more questions though, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I would be happy to do another video like this. If you did like this type of video, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to become part of our magical family. Also, if you don't want to miss another one of my videos, hit the bell notification button and you'll be notified as soon as I put out a new video. I've been putting out videos weekly, and I'm trying to maintain that sort of schedule. I'm kind of reined in from the hurricane for right now, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a magical day. Bye.